See, I'm on this quest to, of course, rediscover the truth for myself and deprogram a lot of my thinking that's been shaped by, well, a lot of untruths. And in the process, I've kind of tried to share that, but I don't think it's been as successful as I thought. I feel like I've kind of come across as portraying like I know. And in fact, I'm just sharing some of the things that I might have discovered along this quest, right? Well, recently, I've actually had kind of a breakthrough that was shared in this newsletter from this content creator. And she had basically gone to this event where Perry Belcher, one of these famous marketers, was at. And it was this AI kind of conference, AI content kind of conference. And one of the things that she shared was interesting. That kind of reinforced what I've been thinking myself. Once you have a grounding in the basics, then basically what Perry was saying is that we're all newbies. We're in perpetual newbie mode because things are changing so fast. It's kind of like the idea of universities can't really create content fast enough to keep up with all the innovations and changes. I mean, once you have a basic idea of marketing and some of these other content creation ideas, things are changing so fast. The algorithms are changing, how we create, what we create with, and so on, right? So basically it's perpetual newbie mode, which I think is great. That content, for me, is at the forefront of what happens next. I think that content is one of the great ways we can create our way forward. Meaning, if you look at how content has kind of influenced us, propaganda and all that kind of stuff, it can also be switched in the other direction. And we can basically help move the truth forward through content creation. I think content creation is vitally important. And I wish more people did it. And I think more people can, especially with this idea in mind that we're all perpetually in newbie mode. Now, once you get the basics of things, it's like having a crucible. I think YouTube itself is like a crucible in that once you dive into it and look at analytics and create and analyze and research, and you have that basic interplay and systemization of content, then basically you learn as you move forward. And all you need is that crucible to keep you iterating forward. And so you're always dancing with the algorithm. You're always dancing with the changes effectively, right? And so you don't have to go on and take all these expert courses or whatnot. You really don't want to. You get your crucible down and then you go for it in perpetual newbie mode. And I think that's awesome. Like even creating blogs, I see that there as well, because again, you have your basic website content and you analyze your audience, you get feedback from your audience, and you co-create forward. And that's what I've always been noodling around with, are systems to basically co-create with an audience. And that way you're moving forward. You're, as some others have talked about, the niche of one, but that's just another way of rebranding that same idea. This all makes sense. And for you, those of you that actually have some attention span, you'll get this and you'll find it valuable. So there was another content creator I was following, and he had this great piece. Let me show you this one clip. It has to do with silence.
Noise pollution contributes to high blood pressure, hearing loss, tinnitus, stress, aggressive behavior, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, worsened sleep, learning, memory, focus, shortened life expectancy.
For the most part, in my experience, when people have experienced quiet, they don't ask why it's important. Protecting quiet becomes self-evident when you've experienced it.
It's only now I realized that what I was feeling in Olympic wasn't loneliness or emptiness. It was peace.
What he portrays there is, I think, at the crux of what we're seeing in terms of a spiritual battle. And I think grounding in silence allows you to be closer to spirit. And the noise, and this is where these two tie it together, the noise of content creation is all around like creating things faster and more, creating more content and faster. I think it's the humanization, the spiritualization of content moving forward that's actually a lot more necessary, needed. And the noise that we get is designed or weaponized against us from going deeper into silence, deeper within the spirit, and deeper within the self. And so as a content creator, my hope and my quest forward, besides learning truth and getting into esoterics and so on, is basically ways to tell stories that connect more with being fully human, and tools and ways to make that possible. And so what I'm hoping in this quest moving forward is to do just that. And I've got some cool things that I'm going to be coming out with. I've been playing with, when I do release it out there, it's several different ways. It's really cool. It's several different ways to basically move from being shy into really fully actualizing your voice, your video voice, and connecting with an audience. And it's doing it in a way that's systematic, and it's doing it in a way that's connecting to people. And that's what I think is going to be missing by AI going forward, is this, I'm going to say, like, homogenization. You know how milk is homogenized and other things are homogenized. And I really, truly believe that content creation moving forward is going to help us in the process of decentralizing things and becoming more small businesses again, and so on and so forth. I believe that content creation can help the decentralization going forward as niche audiences, the niche of one, become more important. Like that bird says, you know, it's like, it's the song of content. It's your voice and song, and it's singing that in a way that brings out your imperfections. And that's going to be, I think, the part that gets us going forward. Our imperfections are going to be what save us, because it'll be our gift to each other in terms of being human. Going forward, I see AI as being more of a homogenization, and we will welcome the imperfection of humanity going forward, and sharing that with each other and delighting in the imperfections. I think we don't have to wait for that. We can delight in our own imperfections and allow that to actually propel creating content for each other. I think going forward, we can all kind of support each other in both being fully human, and whatever you might do to have that happen is great. My focus is on creating video content, and I'm trying to weave more stories into what I do, and I've got some systems. I'm excited to share. It's going to take a little bit of time to make sure that I have these in place, but I'm pretty excited. I think we're at a crossroads, and the more that we go into silence and into spirit and into the depths of our soul, so to speak, the more we'll be able to make decisions more easily going forward. There's going to be a lot of trickery, a lot of like falsities, false flags, and also just like what's real, what isn't. And so I think the more we go inwards, connect with spirit, with silence, the more that we'll be able to navigate that effectively. So, hope you found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to give it a like and share it with a friend or two that you think might benefit from it. I'll see you next time.